Hey doc, what's happened? Well, everything indicates that he's died of starvation. But that's impossible. My client had 2 sponsorships from Raid Channel Legends just the last month, not to mention his Clips channel, bringing in millions of dollars every day. Well, the police report says that he has put in all his money into Fortnite NFT skins, whatever that means, and he has said on his Twitter that this shit's going to the moon. Don't pull out yet, boys. So sorry, Doctor, I kind of zoned out there. Did you mention Fortnite? Yeah, I did, but that's not really important to the... Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, man. I'm just a small-time detective, you know. I usually take on cases like missing cats and stuff. Anyways, man, I'm out. Just take care. Where the fuck are you going, man? He doesn't have a family. You're his only contact. Shut up, okay? I'm leaving. Now I assume you've heard about NFTs already and have a general understanding about them. If not, boy oh boy, are you in luck. Get ready for a wacky, funny explanation of what they are that you've probably heard like 10,000 times already on other commentary channels, but whatever, man. What? Just shut up. NFTs are basically le monkey, le JPEG, but very expensive. Now yes, that is a bit of hyperbole. I'm not talking about the prices. I wish that was hyperbole. It's not. I'm mainly talking about the fact that I said monkey JPEG. There are not only monkey JPEGs.
Oh, hell no.
There is a lot of other ugly designs you can choose to waste your money on. But hey, monkey JPEGs are the ones with the Netflix show, so no. Anyways, I'm not going to take the entire video to talk about NFTs. I'm sure you've heard enough of them, and you've probably had this image of monkeys burnt into your retinas at this point, so I am going to stop. Instead, I'm going to do something much worse. I'm going to talk about NFTs in relation to video games. Yes, I'm talking about 2 of the most evil things on this planet. Video games that cause everything, almost everything. I'm pretty sure every national tragedy has its roots in Pong and NFTs. Pretty much worse than games. So, before we get into the meat of the video, I'm obligated to say this. Look man, I'm getting quite old, and soon I need to get a job, become independent, become useful to society. No. So, how about you do me a favour? Subscribe, maybe leave a like. Would really be appreciated. Because don't get me wrong, I would love to go to McDonald's and hear knife threats every day. Beautiful, lovely. Okay, I would love to do that, but not for the rest of my life. So, you know, do me a favour, subscribe, leave a like. That's it. You're basically keeping me from being a useful person in society. Now I like to split history itself into 2 parts, before Fortnite and after Fortnite. Now you might be asking yourself, why do I consider the publishing of Fortnite on the same level as the birth of Christ? That's a very good question. Fortnite was the birth of a formula. Up until this point, PUBG and other games have been just trying to create a formula, and Fortnite was the one that made it. With Fortnite came game dev companies stumbling upon viral money glitches, basically battle royale, cosmetics, infinite money. Now a lot of people relate this formula to Fortnite, but I think in reality it has its roots in mobile gaming. Now let me explain. Okay, look, let me explain. I know that's pretty out there, but the mobile gaming industry is very rich. It's filled with children and mother's credit card. And you know what that brings? Money. Now, for example, you have Clash of Clans being free but making a lot of money. And again, big companies are dying to get into this market because it's a lot of children. That sounded bad. It's a lot of children and a lot of money. And when you combine PUBG's gameplay and mobile games cosmetics, you get a formula to really be reckoned with. No one can go against it. It's easy money for most game dev companies, as long as they have a small amount of following already, or they're just tapping into a good IP. Now you might be asking yourself, why? Why is this formula so effective? What? You're not asking that? Well, that just ruins the entire pacing of my video. Thanks, mate. Okay. Well, you see, dude, my video is not yet 10 minutes, so cry all you want. I'll do what I want, okay? I need 10 minutes. I need that ad revenue. I'm only kidding. I don't get money. What do you expect, man? I have 7 million subscribers. PUBG's gameplay makes it incredibly easy to sink hours into playing the game because 1, every match is pretty long. 2, no match is the same because you have different people, different playstyles, different pickups. All of these make it incredibly random, and then you have Fortnite also adding in building, which just completely makes every match unique in a sense. Now the fact that matches are very long in itself is a great reason to spend money and buy a better skin, because would you rather be looking at the default peasant skin, or would you rather be looking at this?
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Guys, I'm just saying, guys. Now another thing I've discovered while looking at games like Fortnite was how they add dissonance between actually buying the skin and actually spending money, which is a very smart way that controls your subconscious. So basically what Fortnite does is you spend real money to buy in-game currency. Now when you do this, your brain subconsciously is like, oh, okay, I'm just converting this money that has value to something else that has value. They're equal values, they're both valuable. So it's not really losing money, it's just putting money somewhere else. But the thing is, you are still going to use those V-Bucks to buy skins that have no inherent value. So this creates this loop of people putting money into V-Bucks. So basically committing to buying the skin, but never really feeling like they're actually buying a skin with no inherent value. You get the point. I think it's really smart. I don't know if they actually went through this thought process, but I thought it was an interesting thing to point out. Anyways, this is where the NFTs kick in. Again, you are buying a skin with no value, but when it's an NFT, I mean, as shitty as that sounds, it actually has value. So there is 2 kind of responses to this transition. Now, crypto bros love this because it just means more people are gonna come into the NFT scene. But hashtag gamers, goddammit, I actually wrote hashtag gamers in the notes. But hashtag gamers don't like it. They just see it as a worse kind of microtransactions. Which realistically, can you blame them? I mean, the people jumping on this are Ubisoft and Epic Games, 2 companies best known for their non-cash grabby, made out of love games, you know, Half-Life, Bioshock, Fortnite. Now you might be asking yourself, how bad can NFTs in games be? Because up until now, I've made it seem quite desirable. Before, you were buying skins that had no value. Now, even though they have value in a not necessarily good way, they still have some value. Well, up until now, NFTs fused with games have come in 3 shapes. The good, the bad, and the useless. The useless NFTs are on the tame side, not necessarily being bad, but not necessarily being good either. They're just not there at all. They're basically cosmetics, but they don't have to be NFTs, because we have had cosmetics that are not NFTs that do the exact same things. For example, taking CSGO skin trading. They're not NFTs, but the skins have value, and you can sell them and buy them and just do whatever you want with them. I mean, why would you? Anomaly is pretty much going bankrupt at this point, I'm pretty sure.
It's a shower, Papa. Oh yeah, PC.
A company that has jumped on this is Ubisoft with Ubisoft Quartz. They have added NFTs to some of their games, and it's really just cosmetics that can be traded. There's nothing really special about it, and that's why I'm calling this the useless, because it just seems to be NFT just to capitalize on the name of the NFT. You know, it's new and everybody's like, oh my god, NFTs, Le Monkey, yes! Yeah, no, it's not that good. So yeah, this one just seems pretty mediocre.
Alright everyone, he said it, we can go home now, gift bags at the door!
Okay, so let's move on to bad NFTs. Now these are the games that have NFTs as their main mechanic. Now you might be like, Jax, why is this worse than the others? Isn't the fact that the NFTs are actually integrated within the game a good thing? Well, yeah, well that sounds logical. We have not been going off logic up until now, so no, ironically, NFTs being part of the game makes it worse. Now these range anything from web apps that are just disguised as games to actual fully fledged open world games. Just keep in mind they're not out yet, so don't get your hopes up, okay? They're just a dream, a distant dream. The web apps are arguably the worst kind, being genuinely just a way to trade NFTs. These don't have any gameplay, and what they have is just basically click button, wait 5 hours, click button again, put in money, wait 5 hours, hope you can make any money back, lose all money, go to wife,
husband, we are now homeless.
beat wife, go to jail. That's basically the extent of these games. Now, Wicked Wiz made a great video on one of these. You should probably check it out. I am going to link it in the description. So now, if you're genuinely that interested, which you shouldn't be really, but hey, if you are, you can go watch it, okay? I ain't gonna judge you, my boy. Now, let's move on to the good NFTs. Now I know I've committed a crime against gamers, calling NFTs good. I'm saying good, and I'm using good in a relative manner to the other ones, and the other ones weren't that good. So, you know, it's good, but it's relatively good. Okay, just keep that in mind. Now, these are the NFTs that have nothing to do with the game. They're just completely devoid of the game. The reason I like these better than the others is that these don't affect the game. You can have an absolutely gorgeous, atmospheric, story-driven game like BioShock. And you can have NFTs on the side, just, you know, BioShock-themed NFTs. I still think they've suffered from the problem that is, obviously, NFTs, unlike actual paintings, don't have inherent value. Now, I know that's basically praising the Antichrist for the NFT community. They're probably just going to kill me at this point. But hear me out. The Mona Lisa has value not because it has a number engraved in the paint. No, it's valued because it's drawn by Leonardo da Vinci. There is only one of it in the sense that Leonardo da Vinci is the first person to make it. Secondly, it's incredibly old. There is a historical value. With NFTs, there is none of this. The monkey JPEGs, there is no one original monkey JPEG. There is millions of monkey JPEGs and they have millions of numbers. They look exactly the same, and the truth is, when buying NFTs, you're just paying money for numbers, the numbers that are engraved in your NFT. So yeah, that was basically the three kinds of NFTs. Conclusion being that NFTs and video games, they don't mix well usually. Don't try to mix them, because if you do, you're going to create something that's pay to play to earn, and that just does not sound good. And it's just going to be a base to destroy a lot of games to come in the future. Like, the reason for this is new studios are going to stop making a game and they're going to be like, okay, we're going to make this really cool Silent Hill-esque game in 2025, right? That's what they're going to say. Now, that's fine, but the publishers won't pay money for that because everybody knows that making a Silent Hill game is a complete risk. So nobody's going to take that chance. I don't like it, but yeah, that's basically it. Anyways, I thought we will react to like 2 videos and then I'll just sign off, you know, just to make the annual Jax video a little bit more special.